Hey everybody, this is News by Muse, and we are here for a new episode, 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise on TLC, and we got one of the people on the show, VaLentine. Hey man, how does it feel to be on the part of the show, and especially on this new, different experience for you?
It's been a wild ride. It's been but a fun one. I've enjoyed the entire process from the beginning to the end. So yeah, I'm enjoying the whole process.
Okay. And these relationship shows could be very crazy. I've watched a lot of them over my lifetime. I have to ask why? Why was it about this show that you wanted to be a part of it?
Well, I've always been a fan of the 90 Day Fiance franchise. So it was just fun. It was a way to an opportunity that I literally was surprised that I was going to be a part of. I wasn't expecting it to actually happen. But to me, it was literally an opportunity to literally memorialize in a grand way me meeting someone that I had dated for over a year and a half before actually meeting them in person. So it was like fun and exciting and a way to actually memorialize something that could be the biggest moment of my life.
Yeah,
but that was wild.
That's cool. So tell us a little bit about you and Carlos. How did you guys meet?
We met on social media. we met on social media. And I actually, it happened in March of 2020, I believe. It was the first week that Governor Newsom of California shut down the state for shelter in place due to COVID, and everything was shut down. And I happened to just be on social media, and I saw his pictures, and I was like, well, he's hot. So I sent him a message, and about an hour later, he sent me a message back, and we kind of just went from there. Like, we talked like 3 or 4 times every single day from that point. And that's how we met, and just built from there. So
damn. So the pandemic didn't stop you from meeting somebody. I know it stopped a lot of us, but
it slowed down the in-person meetings, but we're not meeting all together.
So how do you think this show has helped or challenged your relationship?
I would have to say, for us, it was a challenge going through the process, because we really had to literally had just met. So everything was brand new, and it was happening on camera. So everything that was happening for us, every interaction, the energies that we were feeling, we had to really live that on camera with people standing around us watching us. So we really had to make the most of the quiet moments, the pillow talk, when it was time to go to sleep and we were laying next to each other and have a recap of the day, and try to make it as intimate as possible, because we were sharing everything else with really ultimately the world, And then since then, like, as each episode comes out, we're like 2 kids in a candy. We're like, oh my God, it's out. Did you see it? So, I mean, it's just really been a roller coaster of a ride, and I would have to say it's a good one. So.
Awesome. So what were some of the fun parts that you could share? I don't know how much you can share about the show, but what were some of the fun parts that you had and being a part of it?
Man, okay, so we did have some fun parts that were not on camera. Like well, actually, a lot of fun parts were on camera. Like at the club scene you saw, like that was so much fun. I mean, you guys, see you maybe seeing a lot of conflict, but we have fun at that club, and they were cheering me on when I went up on the stage, even though you don't see that on camera. They were cheering me on, even though I don't need anybody to cheer. I was going to do it anyway. But he was cheering me on, we also went to a pool, and I fell in. It was so funny. And I was like, oh my God, y'all should put that on camera. They're like, for real? Like, no. And I was like, you can't make that up. Because I literally was like, oh, I don't want to get in the water. I don't want to get in the water. Then as soon as I stepped in the water, I said, bam, and I fell. It was so dramatic. So I was like, oh my God, did y'all get that on camera? You should put that. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
And that's okay. You could have dragged it out, because that was a good. I just had fun with that question. That's why, because like it's hard for anybody to really picture themselves being watched. Well, yes, it's already bad enough when you have it if it's just one person, but when you're in a relationship being watched and being taped, it could be crazy.
Yeah, but I think even more intensely is the fact that it was our first time being together, like our first time. And it was literally lights, cameras, action.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was like we had to make the most of the quiet moments. It was no way we was going to get through it, you know, without making the most of those moments. And we did. So.
Yeah. And these shows have done so well. And a lot of people like them. You catch my sister every so often watching them, and she loves them. She loves them. So they're just great shows. Final question: what can you tell the MUSE TV audience to keep on watching 90 Day Fiance?
Man, stay tuned. Okay, listen. Even I'm watching with anticipation. I lived it. At least mine and Carlos's story. I lived it. But still watching it back because we filmed that a year ago now. So it's like, oh my goodness, I forgot about this and I forgot about that. And then the other couples, I'm learning about them on camera. On the show. Yeah. So it's so exciting. So I'm interested in what's going to happen next with Gabby and Abby. You know, I'm not just watching for my scene. I'm like, what's going on with Gabby and Abby? Because I would have cursed her out. You know, so I'm really watching, you know, I'll tell you one other thing, you know, I find myself triggered by other people's story too. Like Carlos is very triggered by some of the other stories that to the point where he's like, oh my God, you know, and I'm like, yeah, oh my God. So, I mean, I think you should watch, you stay tuned. Not just, I think people are very, not just engrossed and interested in mine and Carlos's story, but also the other cast members too. So enjoy.
Exactly. Well, I was going to say, hey, we're focused on more on your story.
Really? You know what? I get a lot of, I mean, I see the social media and and it's quite interesting how people really are like confused with, you know, he's polyamorous, they both top, and they can't see how you can really, you know, understand it. But you know where I see where most of the problems come from? Heterosexual people and women, heterosexual women. They can't wrap their mind around it. I'm like, well, you know, what I would love to say if I ever get the opportunity is like, hey, like we're a gay couple with two men and we don't have the same societal norms of being submissive. Like you're a woman, so you have to fight, you know, you need to play your position. No, we don't have any of that. We literally can make it up. And there's so many different versions within the gay community of what that may look like. Maybe there's two aggressive men, one is very submissive, the other one is masculine, two very submissive men being together in love. They can't grasp that because they don't live in this community, which I can understand, but I would love to get a moment one day to be able to have a conversation so they can really understand, like, we don't live by those types of norms. Like, I don't have to be submissive to my man, like, and I don't have the society telling me I should be. Like, you know, we can figure it out. So,
exactly. Well, VaLentine, thank you so much for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing the rest of the season. And hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.